Good morning, everyone. I think I should be live. Hopefully. Looks like audio is coming through. You guys will have to let me know if it's working. Just gonna check something because it looks like I have a difference from left to right audio. Let me just check my mixer board. Pan this way. Now, oh, no, just gotta make noise so I can, there we go. About centered now. Alrighty. Hopefully we actually have viewers today, because hopefully I did not put this hopefully I didn't put this private. But anyways, welcome to the mess. Morning, Lock Watcher. So yeah, no, the stream is not private. That's good. So yesterday, it seems like I went live to nobody because the stream was private, which is great. Also, no guarantees how long this live stream is going to go, because I'm taking some new meds to curb my stress eating, and apparently headaches and stuff like that is normal when you first get started. So we're going to see how long we last this morning. Yesterday was rough. Hopefully today is not rough. I made many hole-in-ones then. Did I play golf yesterday? Am I missing something? Morning, Mr. Ireland. Oh, the best golfers golf alone. Gotcha. Yeah, so the stream is public now. It's just, while I was streaming, it was not public. Professional streamer, ladies and gentlemen. Can you imagine if someone like, I don't know, name a big streamer, if they went live and there was nobody there? Like, what the hell? Excuse me. Okay. Let's ditch all this stuff. Try to put stuff away for once. Got a bunch of things. So I didn't do the unboxing yesterday because I figured you guys would want to see the unboxing. And I was like, nobody's here, so I guess everyone's busy. So I'll do the unboxing a different day. But today is a different day, and you guys are here because the stream is not private. How's it going, JB? Johnny Bieber. So I have a box of crap that I keep filling up. It's over to the side there. And eventually I'll have to deal with all that crap. I just keep filling it up instead of putting stuff away. But there's a lot that needs to happen in my organizational scheme. Oh, forgot to put away the pouches. Your closest call for a Ohio. Like Ohio? Not sure what you're referring to. But I am making space because, so we have an unboxing to do today, but also we have yesterday a massive package came in from China, and so I'll show you all the stuff that's in it. I already opened it, mostly because I don't do unboxing videos anymore. But I already opened it because it was one of those like big envelopes with lots of little envelopes. So a lot of my address was in it. So I'm kind of happy that I didn't open it on stream. And also the big unboxing, the big secret unboxing, that is going to happen today too. And again, I opened it just to remove, there's a packing slip with my address in it. So I had to remove that too. But I did not look at any of the components, any of the things. Oh, hole in one. Oh my God. Accidental dipping of 3D prints. Yeah. And you know what? That's fine. That kind of stuff happens and it's funny to me too. Like I was laughing when it happened. Like I'm not shy about it. I mean, it's silly. Things happen and it is what it is. I do find that sometimes though, I do get muscle spasms. I don't know if I have like some sort of degenerative disease or if that's just a part of human condition. But I don't know if that was a muscle spasm or if I just dropped it. Who knows? Okay, so let's start by doing the AliExpress unbagging. So it's a big bag of stuff. Is this my address? Sorta. Hold on a sec, just gotta heat destroy some tracking numbers. All right, that should do. Okay. So here goes. First things first, this nondescript package. Some streamers freak out if they feel they need to re-edit. No, the mistakes are the best part. So this is some HEPA filters for a vacuum cleaner. They smell like absolutely horrid. I don't know, like they have a strong chemical smell. But the goal is I want to make a sort of like hexagonal grid of these with these carbon filters. Now these say they're carbon filters, but they smell horrible. I don't think these are carbon filters, but anyways, I want to make a air purifier DIY. So I've got 6 of these, 6 of these. Either the air purifier is going to use 2, or they're going to use 3, or all of them, but you buy these in a bundle of 6. They're very cheap. They smell absolutely horrible. So I don't know, I might regret ordering these, but here they are anyways. Yeah, Roombas. I think these are specifically for the Xiaomi vacuum cleaners, I think. But I think they're fairly generic. I'm just curious to see, like, maybe we'll grab a like a vape or something, and we'll fill a box with vape juice, and we'll turn this thing on and see what the PM 2.5 counts are. So that's one of these. Just gonna have to set these to the side because I'm gonna put them all in a bag after. Next one up is this guy. So this is for my super secret microscope project, which is sitting over there. And actually, I think a couple of these parts that came in are my last parts that I needed. So that's good. So this is a 90-degree mini HDMI, male, to there we go, to HDMI female. So needed one of these. Glad this came this year, even though I'm not on a video making blitz, but I should probably blitz because I'm going to be away for the holidays. So that came in. How's it going, Frozen Frontier _ official? Wouldn't want any Frozen Frontier _ unofficials. Next one up is this satchel here. This has some anti-vibration feet for the Centauri Carbon. Geez, I was trying not to. I forgot about it. There we go. So these are not the official one. These were extremely cheap on AliExpress. Let me check the price real quick. There was some coupons and stuff, so it won't be exactly the correct price. It'll be a little bit lower than that. Yes, I would like $100 off, but I guess I have to spend a shit ton of money. Where is it? My orders. View all. Oh yeah, I've got other orders coming through. Okay, so the HDMI angle, this was $4.29 Kazakhstan kopecks. The filters were $6.56. And the Centauri Carbon legs, cloud storage for floor dirt. Interesting. Those were great. Yeah, so do you have the official ones, Mr. Ireland? Because these are not that. Oh, I ordered 2 HDMI angles, so one of them was $4.33. And of course, AliExpress isn't showing me these feet. Feet. There we go. These were $4.65. So we'll see if there's any difference, but yeah. So there. Okay, another thing for the microscope project. Let me just grab, okay, here's the other HDMI angle. So I can just skip over that. So let me just grab all of these out. Oh, this one. This one. I was like, there's a multimeter in here? No, my bag is transparent. And there's the multimeter underneath my bag. Okay, so these are... See ya, Frozen. So these are 90-degree USB-C angles. And I didn't know which one I would want. I don't want it to stick out too much. This is also for the microscope project. So there's 2 90 degrees. They say they're like high current or whatever. Don't know how much I trust that. And then this, which I probably will end up using, this is a 180-degree angle, and all of these fit. So that's a good sign. So I don't know which one I'll pick in the end, but essentially I don't want a cable sticking out the side. I want it to come back around. For your cheap yellow displays, they work perfectly. So why do you need 180 degrees on the cheap yellow display? Because you want the cable to come like out inside, underneath? All right, next up. think that trying to go a little quickly here because if I get hit by a headache, I'm going to have to go. Port on the top of your enclosure, so you need to get to the back. Gotcha. Okay, so these are the current sensors, but they are just by themselves. They're not on a PCB. So these are the, I don't know if it says, yeah, ACS 758. So I have a few kinds, 50 amp, 50 amp, 50 amp, 50, never mind, they're all 50 amp. Can't put on the bottom, that would add 3 centimeters to the stand. Gotcha. So yeah, these little things I need to make a footprint for, and they can measure, I think they're bidirectional, and they will measure current via, I think it's via digital, an analog output, and up to 50 amps. So pretty cool little devices. I've got them on PCBs, but now I'll be able to put them on my own PCBs. So I got 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's 5 of them. Next, these guys. I bought a whole bunch of these things for experimentation purposes. So these are little gear motors. So there's the little gear motors. They're not marked which one's which. So this is 6 volt, 70 RPM. Look at that. Was that on your Ford or on your Audi? Your water leak. So these things will be pretty fun to play with. They're a little worm drive. See the worm drive? So you can't back drive the gear. They're using all sorts of little robotics and stuff. I've got plans for these, but I bought more than I need because I just want to play with them. So here's a bunch of straight shaft ones. So I've got 2 90-degree shaft ones. I got a bunch of these straight shaft ones. So very neat. Again, oh, this is not a worm drive. So you should be able to back drive this one. Not easily. Way too much gearing. So these are 3 to 6 volt slow speed. Yeah, you don't say. Look at, oh, they've got like mastic on the plug and dirt. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced these aren't used, but let's see. The D shaft doesn't have any impressions on it. They will break if you back drive them. Tested. Okay, good to know. So lots of people use them in like RC cars and stuff, like little micro RC cars. This is a dual shafted one. No differential though. This is straight through. Again, look at the tiny little gear train in there. So I kind of want to get into a little bit of like kinetic sculpture stuff. Like I want to make a 2-stroke and a 4-stroke engine model. I want to model it up in FreeCAD. And yeah, I want to like have them running. So I bought little motors and probably play with that at some point. Even the straight ones will break easily. Okay, it's okay. They're cheap though, right? That's the point. All right, next. this is before last. I got some breadboard jumpers. Got kind of tired of having to adapt from these read-in power supplies down to a breadboard. So I bought this whole set. So these are all DuPont on one end and bananas, stackable bananas on the other. So that should be very well useful. I'm going to throw those in the breadboarding box, never to be seen again. Until one day I'll be like, oh yeah, I bought these. There we go. In the box you go. And then, in the new year, I am switching, well, I'm going to start switching everything, my whole process, to MicroPython. And I think a great platform for that, for most people, is going to be the Raspberry Pi Pico. And the Raspberry Pi Pico has these boards, which are quite expensive. This was very expensive, actually. It was probably like $10, which is brutal because I can build this and order 10 of these from PCBWay for like less, probably like $20 delivered. Yeah, these are well within the PCBWay cheapy boards, like well within. So I'm going to develop MicroPython, and I'm looking for a couple of platforms. I found another one on AliExpress just today that I like even more than this, but it's more expensive than this. But I'm not sure if I'm going to go with my own design or this or the other board. I'll have to figure that out. Maybe, I don't know. Point is, I don't know. But I do want to use the Raspberry Pi Pico because it's a phenomenal platform. It's great. It runs MicroPython easily and simply. And I like this board instead of the ones with all the terminals because for all the GPIO out here, you have ground, power, and the GPIO. Hope these pins are a bit knackered, but that happens in chipping. Well, this one was in soldering. You pay a fortune for a board. Look at how bad all those red pins are. Wow. But anyways, point is, this is, I'm gonna find a platform. Run them with as little as 1.5 volts. Great for 3D printed projects. Out of Marbles use them for their marble lift drive, marble sculpture. So marble sculpture would be great, but I'm thinking, so here, I think his name is Professor Boots. So Professor Boots uses them, yes, Professor Boots uses them on his, this is like a mini excavator. See the mini dig? But the thing is, you get the files for free, but all the component lists, everything he uses is not free. You have to pay for his designs. So essentially, I have to reverse engineer, you know, what he's doing, which is fine. I'll do that. But yeah, he uses them in these things. Hey Franco, so far so good. I don't think the meds have hit yet this morning. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm trying to get some stuff done so that if it does hit, then I'll be fine. So yeah, this is a nice platform, very expensive. I think this was like 12 bucks, 13 bucks. I may have found it cheaper, but they're very expensive. They show up everywhere. They're listed everywhere, but then when you click on it, it's actually for another board. There's like 4 options. Yeah, I paid $11.64 with the coupons for this, so it's kind of expensive. But if it's a one and done, then that's fine. If I design my own, I kind of want it to match the same pinouts as one of the boards that I'm going to test, because I want people to be able to use breadboard or my board or commercially, like sort of like no matter what. So that's my goal. I don't want to lock people into buying my stuff specifically. I don't like when companies do that, and so it's not right when I do it either. So that's the plan. So even if I do end up designing my own, we'll keep some commercial options available as well, and I'm going to try to make them interoperable as much as possible. But like, I might do a phase 1 board and a phase 2 board. So like, for example, basic things like blinking LEDs and stuff like that. You can do 6 months of courses and learning on that, and then switch to like more advanced topics, and then you can make a second board for more advanced topics. So that's the idea anyways. Okay. Now for this unboxing is different because okay, hang on a sec. Let me send you to the desktop for a second, just so I can do something. Okay. Let's see, where's that strip? Like here? Of course, I attempted to do that, but I missed one little detail. Just cutting off my address here. All right. So here is the packing list. So I've got 2 pages of stuff I ordered. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, Curtis is here. Franco's awake. Lockwatcher's here. I don't see Gerald anywhere, but he could be busy. So yeah, this one I will have to film on the big camera though, because I think that's kind of important. Thing I don't like though is the minimum focusing distance is pretty high. Looks like I have full battery. Just need to get the mics ready. Oh, no. I was going to say, if I lost my expensive SD card, I was going to cry. Everyone congratulate Curtis, the hardworking, but I'm still going to say lucky bastard, because today is his last day of work before his Christmas holidays. No address anywhere else here. No. Yeah, it's a bit chilly here too. All right, I'm gonna need to take a sip of coffee, get the mics ready. So Curtis definitely earned his time off, but that doesn't mean I have to be happy about it. Just because he works hard doesn't mean I can't be envious. Sorry, Curtis, if you don't like the attention. Too bad. You're taking 3 weeks off. So I am taking 3 weeks off my mechanics job as well. Starting, so next week I'm working, but the week after I'm going to take 3 weeks off for a couple reasons. One, I need to rest my back. Oh, here's Gerald. How's it going, Gerald? Now every balance is restored. So yeah, I do need to rest a bit. That's something Vero's been saying for a long time. But the other thing is I need to focus on YouTube a little bit. I need to sort of steer the ship a little bit, so to speak, because I've got a lot of stuff that I want to get accomplished, but I haven't had the drive to do it. So maybe taking a little bit of time off is going to be that. I'm going to purposely take some days completely off, though. So I'm going to take, like, you know, maybe the 2 or 3 days a week I've been working as a mechanic, maybe I'll take those, like 2 or 3 days completely off, like nothing to do. But whatever, it is what it is. Okay, so let's start this. I've got the mics hooked up, so it should be good. You guys definitely saw the thumbnail and title, so you know exactly what's in this box, but I don't. The only reason I opened it is to take the little... the only reason that it's... Try that again. The only reason that the package is open is because I want to take the packing list with my address on it. So let's dig right into it. This is from Canaduino. So Canaduino is a Canadian company, and this is their new system, which is supposed to be like, I think it's called Canablocks. And it's supposed to be sort of like an ecosystem of building things, putting things together. Canaduino did not send me this. I spent my own money. And I felt like that was a good purchase because it's a Canadian company. There is a lot to go through here. We're going to try to do this sort of like in order, but I'm going to do my very best. There we go. So, okay, let's take all this crap and put it to the side. There's a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm going to put it in this box. Let me just check something. I want this to be a little bit structured. That's why I took out the packing list here. Okay, CX Zhao S. I genuinely didn't look at this yet, by the way. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. By the way, I spent a lot of money on this. It was not cheap. And again, this is me looking for solutions. How many of those? CX Zhao S2. So this is me looking for MicroPython solutions. Zoom in a touch and make sure the focus is correct. For some reason it doesn't focus anymore. Okay. Where's my knife? Right here. So on the website, it's not 100% clear what this whole system is built off of, but I'm here to tell you it is built off of these little Seed Zhao modules. So very specifically, it's the Zhao ESP32 C6. And these are available directly on Canaduino's website. That's where these came from. You can get them elsewhere, AliExpress, whatever. But at the time that I ordered these, it was I think it was the Black Friday sale event. These were actually cheaper to buy from the store than most sellers on AliExpress. And with those Zhao boards, you need one of these. The SKU is Zhao S. So these are little modules that carry the Zhao modules, and you actually solder them on top like this. I think you just, put the pins through and then solder it down to this. Oh, it actually tells you pin 1, so I was, a little upside down there, but that's okay. So you solder this together, and then this will connect to the rest of the boards, and it has these little connector that will go onto the base plates, and you can build your ecosystem from there. There we go. Trying to not make this too complicated. Looking for solutions to problems you didn't know you had. Lots of crinkling bags. Yeah, I'm allowed to say crap. I bought it. Plus, it's a figure of speech. Let's see. So this goes in here. By the way, these boards, just looking at them, they are very high quality. They look really well made. So this, and I'll put these back in there. I'm gonna do like a demo. We're gonna do a demo a little bit later on. I'm trying to capture, because I'll tell you the story. There is no Swedino. Go into these kits. They're actually really cool. You're consider getting a kit too. Yeah, so I'll tell you, I have 2 gripes with Canaduino. 3, in fact. One is there's no kit. I would love for them to put together a starter kit. They have the website resources. Just put together a starter kit. 2 is that there's nowhere on the website, at least no obvious place, that says, oh, you have to buy these Zhao boards. It doesn't say what it's based on. Like, I'm confused. It doesn't say, make sure you get one of this, and one of this, and one of this, and then you can have a play. And 3 is that in order to contact them for help or whatever, because I wanted to know what to order, you have to make an account in order to contact them. When I tried to make an account, the account creation was broken. So I get it. You don't want to get spammed. Sure, lock accounts behind account creation. Sure, that's fine. I will deal with that. However, you got to make sure your account creation functions, or else you're losing out on business. So it was a bit frustrating because it's not clear, and I would love to make some documentation for them. Like I'll gladly help out with that. But it's very confusing. It's hard to figure out where to start. If I was a professor, like a high school teacher, and I wanted to build a kit around this, I wouldn't know what to order. Yeah, the shipping is expensive for sure, 100%. There's no getting away from it. Shipping in and out of Canada is insane. All right, here it goes. Take this PCB thing. It's not sponsored. Once you've got your Zhao boards, then you need some base plates, and the base plates come in a couple of configurations. Essentially, I've got large, medium, and I think there are some small ones as well. What they are is they're essentially like a physical board. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Looks very cool. And for the most part, it is just an I2C sort of breakout. And so what you would do is you would install your Xiao board, here or here, and then all of your accessories would go onto there. And the deal is, it has this hardware. It looks like M2, maybe M2.5 standoffs, and you build up your board and you can plug anything you want onto this, and it becomes a very solid connection. And all it does to connect is it goes through these spots here, which you solder on female pin headers. So really cool concept that you can sort of expand to as much size as you want. There is also no practical limit for how many of these you can plug together, because you can actually get modules that will jump between one board and another. Once we get it all unboxed today, we're going to put this together and give it a shot. I'm pretty excited to give it a try. The Kickstarter was all kits, but they did not come with the Xiao. You're confused and thought the MCU module came with the processor. Luckily, I ordered an extra. Yeah, again, I understand. Oh, it's scuffed. Oh no. That doesn't look good on camera, huh? Whatever, it is what it is. I don't care, but the fit and finish is so nice that I guess that stands out. Yeah, so I understand it's a one-man band doing this. I think it's one guy all by himself. So I'm not going to be hard on him, but I think he needs to work a little bit on the customer experience. And I hope that he sells thousands of these things so that he can spend money on the customer experience. Because don't forget, these are made in Canada. They're expensive, but you get what you pay for. Okay, so maybe I can just take out all the rest here. And what goes into those base plates? Well, there's a whole ecosystem. I mean, I just ordered a select amount. There's no like a kit. There's no pre-built sort of parts list. So I maybe went a little bit nuts and ordered a little bit of everything. So this is an INA 219, which I believe is a current sensor. Basically, anything that's I2C and 3.3 volt compatible is either already in the kit or will be in the kit. So let's see what this one is. Yes, there we go. So it has a bunch of selections for your current measurement. So either tens of milliamps, hundreds of milliamps, amps, or COM. Not sure what that does. And here's your little terminal blocks that you attach to there. And they're labeled. I think they might be labeled on the wrong side. Not 100% sure on that. And then you've got your address adjustability here. So you can have, the address in the correct spot. Or you can change the value of the address. Here's an ADXL module. So that is a gyro. And let's see what we have here. Again, I2C address, selectable, And then underneath here, that would be our ADXL itself. So this will plug in and play nice. Very good. I'm just going to edit myself opening each of these things separately. MCP 4728. Not 100% sure what this is. It is posted on the website. Okay, out A, out B, out C, and out D. Not 100% sure what that is. Let's look it up. MCP 4728. This is a digital to analog converter. A little bit of Googling shows me it is a 12-bit 4-channel DAC. So that is pretty cool. Going to be fun to play with. The Xijiao should have a decent DAC built in, but this will be great for getting extra channels of that. This is a fun module. This is a LED matrix. So a little bit more like Arduino Uno R4 style. It's a nice little LED matrix, but I do like this one because it's optional. You can take it off, unlike the Arduino Uno. So that might be fun to play with. What do we have here? We have 3 I2C addresses to select. So that is pretty good. So that's going to be fun. And this is what they call a medium module. If you can see underneath there, it says medium, but it says H. So that means horizontal. So it's going to be sitting like this on your base stations. So they are orientation specific because that would be the connection over here. I really wish they made kits, or if I can make a kit and like share a cart, you know what I mean? Like have a link where the user's cart fills up the exact same way. MCP 2317. Let's look that one up. MCP 2317. I think it's also MCP 2317. That's a GPIO expander. Over here is a GPIO expander. Again, another horizontal module, medium H. So medium 2 slots, H horizontal. So here we go. This should add a whole bunch of channels. So A0, A1, A2, A3, A4 over here, A5, A6, A7, then IA and IB. Not sure what those do. But there we go. You've got a whole bunch of expansion and again, adjustable I2C addresses. So your I2C does not conflict with another one. And again, this will just sit right down on those base plates and give you all this expanded I/O from the Xiao chip. Very cool. This will take forever because I'm trying to keep everything neat and tidy. Also going to have to look up because Pile of Stuff has a affiliate code, and I don't. So I'm going to tell everyone to use Pile of Stuff's affiliate code. Got a whole bunch of buttons here on a matrix. These are going to be very tough to press with my big fat fingers, but you should be able to get it done. So yeah, keypad, I2C, and again, adjustable addresses, and it comes with the hardware you need to install it. And you guys probably have been staring at this big one the whole time that I've been unboxing these, and me too, so I think it's time to open it. So this here is an LCD module. So this is a large module, so it takes, you know, a 2x2 spot on the board. I wish you guys could see this. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but these look extremely well made. The solder mask is flawless. It's got the gold finish on top. Very pretty, but yeah, LCD module. Very neat. And the cool part about this product is that they're not done. There's a whole bunch of other modules that will be added in the future. And again, great time to support Canarduino. So here we've got a pull-up module. I won't open all of these because I'm going to be making videos on them individual. Here's a DC to DC power supply. Here is a 7-segment display board, but there are 4 segments, I believe. Let's open this one. No, there are 6 segments. So that's going to be fun to play with. AT328 module. Not sure what the AT328 is. Oh, this is an ATmega 328P. This is actually an Arduino Uno in Canablocks format. So yeah, that's an Atmel 328P. So that's pretty cool. USB Type-C, and this is a full, like a medium module, horizontal as well. And you've got the takeoffs for the I2C there, like the Stemma QT. Oh, that's really cool. So yeah, there's your Arduino Uno. If you're more into the Arduino system, very cool. You've got I2C injector, and this, what it does is it hooks up to the Canablocks system, and you can use the little cable to use any microcontroller you want and inject I2C into the system, or take out I2C from the system to control other things. I bought a whole bunch of these little cables as well. And here's an ADS1115. I'm not sure what that is. Let me look that up. This is a 16-bit ADC. So a lot more than the Xiao can do. So I think that is all, like, enumerating the stuff that I got, which is a lot. I went a little bit nuts and bought a lot. So now let's put a base together and see how that goes. All right, no longer recording. So let's set up a large board, shall we? Now my board is scuffed. I want it to be not scuffed. It is what it is. Okay, so let's put all the posts. Now, I'm not sure if there's no instructions. So let's go on the website and take a look. Let's see. Okay, so let's do Canna blocks. Actually, I think there's a whole, yeah, Canna blocks. Here we go. So how's it supposed to be installed? It doesn't show it. So you kind of have to figure it out on your own. Yeah, there's no there's no assembly instructions. I'm assuming the flat parts stick up. So let me pour this out here. First of all, I didn't even know that these came with hardware. So I ordered hardware. I'm assuming these go downwards like this because some of the modules are horizontal and they hook up to multiple of these. So I guess what are these for? No instructions, so I'm just winging it. So maybe these go on the bottom? I'm going to spend forever and a day building these things up, it seems. You put the standoffs on the modules. Huh. Let me see if I can find Canna blocks. There are different sized boards. Canal box? No. Canna blocks. Uh-huh. Sadly, I've got nothing to go by. But you think they should go on the modules. Okay, let's see. I'm not, but with, okay, so do you do, would you do the screw side and then have the threads stick down so they line up by themselves? Let's do, I definitely need a Xiao module. Right, so let's do a Xiao. Standoffs on the base, some will have to be removed. Okay, so you say that. Oh, yeah, maybe. Because, oh yeah, so they do have, so I was thinking they would leave this area clear, but they won't. Okay, it goes on the modules, you're right. You're definitely right about that. So then, okay, good. So they would go on the modules that you use. This module, this one didn't come with the female. Oh, it's male pins. Okay, it did come with male pins. Okay, female goes on there. Okay, so let's do that. Screws. I would really love documentation for this. I know there's a meme that nobody reads instructions. Okay, so now which side is up? So ground, it has to go this way. So it sits like this because, or else, so here, ground 3.3 SDA SCL. Ground is on the bottom here, so it would have to go like this. Okay. Oh my God, I'm magneted to everything. Oh my God. Docs would really help, yeah. Yeah, and again, one-man operation, completely get it. Completely understand. But like, I think, I don't want to be wrong on this, but I think he sent a bunch to Pile of Stuff. I don't think Pile of Stuff bought it. He may have, I'm not 100% sure. But I think having Pile of Stuff's video linked would already be a big improvement. I watched his video and he wasn't sure how to install the this stuff. He had them sent to him. Yeah. Am I jealous? A little bit. But the problem is, I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be only positive. I'm 100% sure my video is not going to be only positive. And it can't be only positive because there's a little bit of work to be done. Okay, that looks great. My God, does that look freaking awesome. I think these should probably come factory soldered. They're not going to be easy to solder. Because you have to line up two things. So like, say male and female. So, okay, and the male goes on this end, the female goes on that end. So, like that, and then now I can solder them. But not everything is a easy fit. Used to be based in Winnipeg. Interesting. Where are they now? This shipped from Windsor, but I don't know if that's a re-shipping service. And again, there's an arrow here. See that? There's an arrow there. But does that mean... I guess you'd have to know that pin 1 is usually in the upper left corner. Little bit complicated. It's not beginner friendly. We'll put it that way. It's not beginner friendly. But I do like the mounting system. I kind of wish it clipped. You know, maybe I should do a Danaduino version. Because I kind of wish it just clipped right in. Solder Party is Swedish. Arturo, yes. Yeah, I need to order from Solder Party. I invited Arturo on the podcast, but he very politely declined. It's not his jam. Ooh. These things fit very, very tightly. Oh, that felt bad. That felt very bad. Okay. You have some Solder Party stuff? I would love to support independent makers. I really, really, really would. It's part of my ethos. The problem with being Canadian is that ordering from Europe, it's like $30 of shipping. It's insane how expensive stuff is. And I know it's not the maker's fault. But man, I don't make that much money. I have to maximize the amount of stuff I get for my money. So he has a Stamp XL for the RP2350B, and I want it. And I have started coding a project, and I didn't use his Stamp XL for the sole reason that it doesn't have USB. It needs to sit in a carrier board. If it had USB, it would be my pick. So the other thing is, I'm nervous that I didn't put this right, but I can't check now because the arrow is on the other side. Whatever. YOLO swag. I wish I was part of the cool kids. You know, there seems to be like some cool makers that do lots of cool stuff together and stuff, but I'm not part of the cool kids. You know, people involved in the Open Source Hardware Association and stuff like that. I'm not cool. One day I'll be cool. I don't think so. I'm just getting older. Then we have BitLooney, who does crazy stuff. He's part of the cool kids. He's not part of the same cool kid crew, but he's a cool kid. He gets to like judge the FPGA thing. BitLooney is definitely a cool kid. He does cool stuff. Although, like, I have to say, a lot of it is my fault. I am quite reclusive, but I mean, because I don't go out anywhere, but I do reach out a lot to makers, because I reached out a lot for the podcast, and a lot of times didn't even get an answer. There we go. BitLooney was all happy because so I have Amazon affiliate globally, but because I'm Canadian, the only payment method that Amazon will pay me in, aside from the US, so US they send me a check. In Canada they send me a gift card. But I can get it transferred to my bank. Like, I could just do a bank transfer instead of a gift card. But all the other countries in the world, I have to get paid by gift card, Amazon gift card, but only in the local currency. So it's only usable in the local currency. So I got a gift card the other day for like 20 euros. Something like that, 20 euros, from Germany, Amazon.de. And I was like, what the hell am I going to do with this? So I just gave it to BitLooney. I was like, here you go. Enjoy. Which is stupid. The whole thing is stupid because I have to, I have to pay taxes on that. It's still income. So I was like, well, instead of having it sit here and do nothing, I'll give it to BitLooney, and at least he can advance his projects with it. Freaking ridiculous taxing situation. Paying income tax on income that's not income. But yeah, I was more than happy to send it to him because it supports his makings, at least. You know what? I was gonna like think of how to join this together, but I think the solution here is to just put the bottom on it. I'll just bolt it together, and then I can solder it together. I also got a couple of like gift cards from the British Amazon, and that was the first ones I got that were foreign I couldn't use. So I got it from British Amazon. I think I probably have like 40 pounds. So my idea was to cash it in on my account, then buy British Amazon gift cards. So like, let's say it was 43 pounds or something. So my idea was to cash it in, so 43 pounds, and then buy like $5 or £5 gift cards to Amazon and like give them away or raffle them away or whatever to regular viewers. In fact, I handpicked a couple of British regular viewers, one of which you probably know very well. And I was like, I'm going to get you an Amazon gift card. But it turns out you can't use gift card, like gift card values to buy gift cards. So I couldn't gift the Amazon. Like, I couldn't do it with my plan. So I was kind of like, what the hell? Like, I just used up, like I get the gift card as a code. So I could send someone the code. I can give someone the full amount, but I had like 2 or 3 people in mind. So I wanted to split it up into 2 or 3 people, and because of that I cashed it in, and because of that I couldn't then do my plan, which is horrible. Just wanted to give back, and then yeah, I offered. I don't want to put them on blast. I don't want to say who it is if they don't want to be known, but I offered to just have someone put something on their wish list, and then I would just buy them their wish list, because that's something I can do, but the person refused. So now we're back in the same hole. So I've got like 40 some pounds sitting on my British Amazon account, and there's nothing to be done. How's it going, Rhine Labs? So I've got a problem. If I put the standoffs on this module, then it won't fit in the bag anymore. I think the standoffs are better on the board, but you got to modify them. Ugh, I don't know. What are we going to play with? So, excuse me. Excuse me, I'm just mildly dying here. Did I no? This is my streaming channel. If you look in the description, there's my main channel in the description. No, didn't change the channel name. I just needed some place to come and do crappy stuff. Maybe, okay, hold on. I should probably stop saying stuff like that. I needed some channel to come and do the things that I normally do in order to get the channel working, without people having expectations of polished videos. So this is where I'm at. No, there's like no quality content on this channel except for me dropping my 3D print into my coffee. That's the only quality content you're getting here. Although lots of people really did appreciate that. You just do crappy stuff on your main channel? I mean, me too. Just this is a different standard. If you're mean on my main channel, I'll usually leave it because it's like your opinion or whatever. But if you're mean on this channel, I'll just delete you. That's why you can stream your no expectations. Yeah. First time you stream, looking forward to watching my projects. Thank you. There's a whole bunch of projects available on the main channel. The first link in the description of this video. I do have like 30,000 subscribers. I don't know if I will. I have big plans for next year. I'm going to push for like 50,000 subscribers. But to push for 50,000 subscribers, I will need to make videos that matter. So that is the plan. You did 3 hours or so ago of doing nothing. I do nothing all the time. Welcome to my world. Okay, so these are easier to do than this because this requires soldering. This is more like just messing about. squeeze that in there. There we go. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking good. I like the idea. It's a bit like fiddly. So I work with my hands all the time. I can't see a 7-year-old being able to do this well. What is it? This is a Canadian-built block system, electronics blocks system called Canablocks. This is from Canaduino. I have ordered this. Okay, so I've ordered this to be able to test it out. Paid for with my own money. No review samples sent. Mind you, I didn't ask for a review sample. Mainly because the dude is unreachable. Unless you have an account. Oh, shit. I just soldered the female on to the male part. Dang it. Don't start? What do you mean, don't start? Don't sleep. No, I'm just saying. Oh, shit. Oh, about his... That piece is gone to the carpet fairy. Gone forever. Okay. We need to desolder this without ruining my beautiful LCD module. And my hands are a bit shaky because I've had lots of coffee. Also, I don't know if the meds are kicking in or whatever. Okay, thankfully I have lots of... Okay, I just... One of the PCBWay boxes that I have under my desk, which I assumed had PCBs in it, has fishing lures in it, and I don't remember ever putting them away in that. So that is interesting, to say the least. Okay, well anyways, let me go put this in the fishing area of my basement storage situation, and then we'll be back. But yeah, I think that... Oh, here it is. I found it. Yes. Found it. All right, so let me put this fishing lure box with the fishing lures. Okay. Okay, let's... Please do not ruin... my wife's vacuum. Your Canada comment. I didn't see your Canada comment. But my wife doesn't. My wife owns 50% of our vacuum, I guess. We vacuum together. In fact, I think in principle I vacuum more than her. Hard to tell though. You know what I never have good luck with? Solder wick. So, got you. Thanks for repeating that. But let's not do that. There's going to be none of these jokes, because there's a non-zero chance of the U.S. being crazy enough to do it. So it's not particularly funny. So let's not make those jokes. Okay. So now, let's see if we can just use the hot air to drop it down. I overheated the LCD. Shit. Ouch. And it's hot. Oh, no. Shit. You know what I should just do? I should just rip it off. And then cut the pins out. I mean, that's the thing, right? You make your crap... You can't make your crap idiot-proof. I'm pretty pissed about that. To be clear, entirely my fault. But all this because I soldered it upside down. I soldered the female pin, or the female into the male side. Yeah, putting it together is, I mean, it is my fault. It's not, I'm not blaming anybody. You MRFer. Okay, this brings us back to square one, plus a melted LCD corner. Oh boy. Okay, let's grab another female. I'm just gonna grab another one from this kit. I do have others here, but it's fine. Okay, it goes like this. Those holes aren't clear through and through, but I can make them clear through and through. But now it's going to be hard to align. I might have gotten it. Not fun. Not fun to put together. You got to be very careful, which is fine. Again, my fault. But plated through holes are really meant for permanent installation. So not a very open kit for learning, I'll say. But shit happens. There we go. And then we will solder on the bottom here. There we go. Okay, let's grab at least one more module. So we got the Xiao, we've got this. Let's put on the what is that stuff? Eco solder? No, just regular MG chemical solder. Gonna drink some more coffee here. It is cold, but this is my life as a mechanic usually too. I only drink cold coffee. I'm gonna set the female pins in there first. So I think the method is you put the screw through like that, and then you put the meat of your finger on there, and then you thread like so. I think that's the easiest way to do it. You just squeeze it, and then you can go with the screwdriver after. That's what you did? There we go, yeah, we came up with the same solution. Didn't look like it was melting a second ago. Oh, I don't know. Don't know what to tell you. These are tiny screws. I really wish they would have went M3. And I understand why not. Right, it makes everything bigger. But M3 is sort of like the de facto standard in little stuff. Also wish this I2C switch was on top so that I could tell what address it has. It's not obvious. And then the thing is, once it's bolted in, it's not like, it doesn't like click out and click back in. There we go. I do like the fact that you bolt together and then you solder, and then that works well. So there's no, like, I thought this was going to be a pain in the ass to align the female ends, but it's not. Most are on top. I guess it's more of a cosmetic thing. Yeah, I get that. But like, if it's your system, if you like, Arduino made this, maybe they should have just stuck to a single I2C address and then just not use it on any of the other modules. I do like the flexibility, don't get me wrong, but I would love for there to be, because now I don't have an address. Right, I'd have to, like, yeah, I can't see the address from underneath here. Let's solder. There we go. So that's another block made. I'm gonna make a couple more, I think. Probably won't demo all of them, but I want quite a few on here just to be able to play with them. Let's try. What's this? ADS 1115. What's that? ADS 1115. Oh, that's an I2C. Boring. I want to put most of the display ones on. Look at the heft on this one. Let's put this down there. And I'll put the female and in there. Put this down so I don't mess it up. And we're going to put some more things in. What I do like though is they have examples on the website. Now if the examples don't work, I'm going to just, I don't know. I'm going to be unhappy. But I think Gerald's been working with it. Pop-Tarts and gin. Coffee and toast. I do have a toaster, but I haven't made toast in forever. There we go. So I'm going to set up a couple of these for sure. I don't think I need to set them up on camera because I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I'll just explain. You just got to be very careful to put the female ones on the bottom. Like so. Like so. This is very nice, this part. You just bolt it and then these are perfect fit for soldering. I love that part. Well, you don't use flux. Yeah, I don't use flux because the solder has flux in it. A couple things you've been sidetracked with other stuff. I mean, makes sense. This wick doesn't have flux in it. The wick I have doesn't have flux in it, but the solder I have definitely has flux in it. And you really don't need extra flux. Extra flux is great when you're repairing things, but when you're soldering things for the first time, it's really unnecessary. As long as you have flux in your solder. The smoke you see coming off of the solder, that is the flux burning. It's not lead vapor. Need to get back into it in the new year. You and me both. Okay, we need to do some less fun stuff too. Just put everything in there. Small unit. There we go, nice little button. Display, we're gonna keep one for doing on camera, just because I want to show my patented technique that Gerald and I developed. Putting your fingy on there. By the way, Gerald, I'm gonna try to, wait, it wasn't with you, Gerald. Never mind. Well, I'm gonna tell all you guys anyways. I'm gonna try to do some ice fishing this year. I don't remember who I used to talk about fishing with. Is it you, Lock Watcher? I don't remember now. But I think you've been fishing locally, right, Gerald? I don't remember. Lead vapor is invisible. No, you don't absorb lead vapor through the skin. Come on now. You do get lead deposited on your skin, though, just by touching the solder. That's why you have to wash your hands before you eat something. You don't fish. Okay, no, it wasn't you. Gonna try not to die in the Ottawa River ice fishing this year. Hopefully Vero's not listening. My wife. She doesn't like those morbid jokes. Gonna try to do it very safely. And I'm hoping to live stream from the fishing tent. You try to use flux on everything. Yeah, I know there's a camp of people that are like, they would bathe in the flux if they could. I'm not that. I do use flux when like reflowing and stuff like that. I think that's pretty important. But, I mean, my solder has flux in it, and that's pretty good. But yes, to each their own indeed. I have a like syringe of flux. What time is it? 9:48. So let's try to solder this without melting any buttons. You guys can't see that. I'm like soldering at a very steep angle. But like if you look at the soldering, like it doesn't look like it's dry. It definitely looks fluxy, even those difficult ones. Okay, one more and we got to do another one on camera. Is this it? Yeah. Okay, I'm so sad about that LCD. But it is what it is. I like don't spend like good money, like a lot on things too often. But here I did, and then I frickin' melt my LCD. So ADXL, so this is a accelerometer, I think, ADXL, yeah. So we'll do this one on camera. And let's see. Here we'll do the GPIO expander together. So we'll do this one on camera. Do this one now. Used to fish when you were young. Yeah, it's rosin core. Yeah, the display is expensive. Whatever. I've just been hit pretty hard with the fatigue, probably from the new meds, so I'm gonna do my best here to keep going. More caffeine. Okay, so the silk screen is on top. That's nice. So do these, they must face outwards. That would make the most sense. Don't quite fit in there. Sorta, Jackie. It's because I am an anxiety eater. I've got the doctor prescribed me some meds to fight that. So I'll stop being so fat. I'm trying them out. It's supposed to deal with it's basically an anti-addiction drug. It's because we use our vices. I use my vices to eat. You know, when I'm stressed, I eat. So we'll see how it goes. It kind of messed me up yesterday, but it was my first day. So apparently it's kind of normal to get used to it. Take some days. Do you do open fishing on the lake to use a shelter? I have never ice fished before. This year will be my first year. But I plan on getting a shelter. That's the goal. That is the goal. We will see. Oh. It's not in order. It goes snake order. Interesting. That's going to be hard to solder if I put it there. I'll put it down here. You know what? I'll put it down here. Yeah, well, that is life, my friend. So anyways, I'm just seeing how it's going to go. Doctor seems to think it's going to work really well. And if it doesn't work, I just stop taking it. You actually have to come down off of them. You can't just go straight off. Don't know. Haven't had a family doctor ever. And finally got one. One of our politicians, one that I don't really care so much for, promised that everyone on the waiting list would get a family doctor. I've been on the waiting list for like 3 years. And I got a family doctor. And she seems actually pretty good, which is interesting. So kudos to that. He actually accomplished, for me at least, what he said he would. Yeah, me too. Very glad I got a doctor. Because even though it's not like a life and death necessity now to have a doctor, I am quickly approaching that age. And there are things, because of family history, that I'll have to get done, and they need a doctor's referral. So not yet, but very soon. So yeah, got a family doctor. Pretty neat. Okay, it's the male side. Yeah, it's the male side. Better have one before you really need one. Yeah, that was my, because I was like, the service to get linked with the doctor, I heard was years of waiting, and I was like, well, I might as well sign up now, because if I sign up when I need a doctor, then it's going to be years after. And I was very upfront, like when you sign up to the service, they ask you like if you have any health issues, and they prioritize people with health issues. And I was like, no acute health issues, essentially. So I was honest about it, and I still got a family doctor, which is nice. All right, let's do a piece to camera. Keeps telling you to quit smoking. Well, maybe you should quit smoking. My doctor is also very close to my house, which is surprising that I was able to get her, which is, and she's great. So anyways. So I spent some time and put together some of the blocks. So you got the keypad, the matrix, the LCD, this 7-segment display, and one of the GPIO expanders, just so I can get a feel of putting stuff together for the system. And I'll do one with you guys, so you guys get a feel as well. And so it's pretty neat. It just connects all up. Like, this is all connected, and it's also like rigid. Like you can't knock these about, which is pretty nice. So this is a ADXL module. I think that's the gyro, ADXL 345. It's a small module. So it's got some connections here, ground into 1 and into 2, which we're going to go ahead and solder. So these pins fit nice and tight. Anytime there's like these pins to connect, like these guys, they fit nice and tightly, which is good. And then I'm just going to solder these up. Now you can use like helping hands or whatever. I've been using like this 3D printed vise, and it works pretty well. Don't worry, I'm going to edit down this stuff to not be so so crazy. Okay, now that that's done. Now the other thing is that there are no instructions really with this system. So you kind of have to figure it out as it goes along. So at least these are labeled. And it doesn't say whether you should put the male or the female on the backing here. However, the back plates all come with the females and the modules all comes with the males. So that's how you would do it, at least in my opinion. So I'm just going to put it in here, and you got to make sure that you set up your female into the board. If you make a mistake, like I made a mistake on this one, and desoldering those really tight pins was very difficult, and in fact I overheated my LCD, which I am a little upset about. Then you've got the standoffs. Now the standoffs, again, don't come with any instruction. And so my thought was initially to put all the standoffs in all the holes on the board. But the thing is, these modules, and some of these modules, they actually have the solder pins way up on the side, and they would actually touch the standoffs that are closer to the edge. So I think the best course of action is to put the standoffs on the modules, and I find that the screws should go through the modules, and then the male end of the standoffs should go through the backing here. And here's the way that I've figured out the easiest to install them. So you put the screw through the module, and then you just put pressure with your finger on the screw, and then you screw the standoff on like so, and then you don't even need a screwdriver. You can go up and tighten it with the screwdriver after, but it's really not necessary. These are not going to be like incredibly tight modules or going to take a lot of load or anything like that. So I'm just going to screw on number 2. Number 3. And number 4. And now you select a spot on the board to put it. I'm just taking spots at random, pretty much playing with the blocks feature of the Canablocks, and slide it in like that, and you get the pins aligned. And when you do, it all fits together incredibly precisely. And so then I just go and set up these female couplers on the bottom. And that holds these pins in perfect orientation that you can now solder them. And then next time you want to remove this module, you just unscrew all of the bottom standoffs and you pull the module right out and you can put another module right in. Now, I would really have loved if all of the slots were filled with the female headers, so you can just go and put them wherever. But you can sort of do that by just taking one of the modules, putting the male pins on, and then soldering the female pins down, and then moving it section by section, filling up all of the female ends with the pin headers. This is not a system that you're going to sort of lift and install the modules very easily. It's a modular system that you can move the tiles around, but it's not like an instant move. Great, the camera screwed up. Anyways. So this is not a system where you're gonna like quickly pop on and off the modules. It is just a system that is easy to reconfigure. It's easy, but it's not quick. There we go. So let's go grab an example and see if we can make it work. Oh, big stretch. My camera frickin' stopped recording. I only paid thousands of dollars for it. Why shouldn't it have issues and stop recording? Okay, so just gonna check something real quick. Okay. All right, screen. So let's go. Where are the? So if you click Canon blocks. So here's like the LCD, $27. Code example, scrolling text on the display. Find documentation in the comments inside the demo code. Okay, so this is just going to download a zip. Is that good or bad, Johnny? So here is the demo code. And they say check out the documentation in the comments. I2C of the display is 3C. That is the default. Okay. A second. Back to screen. Okay. So there's not a lot of support here. I get that, Johnny, but won't they just combine shipping now, though? So I don't know if this is going to work. I think I'm just going to plug this in, select the Cijiao, and YOLO it. Okay, so select the board. Seed. I don't have okay, so you got to install the Cijiao yourself. Arduino board library Cijiao. I love how I put as many E's as possible, and then it just auto-corrects it. Set series? Zhao? Dev board? It's a C6. No. I wanted to change the out of the US. Okay, where's the support? Wiki and learn. No. Okay. Where's the C6? It's not even there. The C3. Where's the C6? Okay, you know what? There, ESP device, go, upload. Compile, yeah, error. Obviously. I don't even know if I have this library. No, I don't. Let's install the library. Let's do that first. Okay, installed. Go. Exit status 1. C6, yeah. Hardware overview. Applications, AI stuff on in your living room, okay. AI stuff on your wrist, AI stuff in your living room again. Packaging, part list. Boards. Zhao. It's not in there. Seed. How many E's? 1, 2, 3 E's. Seed. ESP32 C6. It's installed. ChatGPT might not wash off. No, it didn't. No. New chat. Go away. How do I get Seed Zhao boards installed into my Arduino IDE? I have this. I have this JSON. Cannot find. Is not working. Let's just restart Arduino. God, I hate being a coding idiot because this is making my life a lot harder. Okay, select other board and port. ESP32 C6. Do we have a better... Oh, there, the Zhao. Okay. Upload this shit. We've got the Zhao. Error. It doesn't compile. File exists. Cannot open temporary file. File exists. When I compile, it errors out. with this error, which seems dumb. Of course, the file will exist. Okay. C, users, my name, app data, local, temp, Arduino. There's a lot of temp files here. Temp/Arduino. There's a lot of temp files here. Do I delete all of them? There's like way too many. Do I delete everything in this? There is no folder called Arduino. All the Arduino stuff. Gone. It was like 2,000 files. All the build stuff too. No build stuff. All the C tags stuff. So much Chrome stuff. No C tag stuff. And then local, then Arduino 15. I have a feeling this is not going to help. I'm just going to put this out there. This is going to do shit. Cache and TMP, delete. Restart the IDE. Well, we're about to find out. Upload. Send it. Compiling. God, Arduino's dumb. I can't wait to be out of Arduino stuff. Oh my God, it's actually uploading. Yeah, me too. because I feel dumb as hell. Okay, so there. I don't know if I have to reset this. Ugh, jeez, that doesn't feel good. It's kind of anticlimactic, isn't it? Okay. Ugh. Let's undo all the modules except for the LCD. Or should we just undo all the modules one at a time until the LCD works? So LCD is 0x3C. And I can't see what the other I squared C addresses are. Why? Because they're written on the underside. Like, what address is this keypad? I don't know. It's written on the underside. The 03E. I also don't know if I destroyed my LCD. I also don't know if this code is good. I also don't know if I soldered everything properly. This is a long process to undo these. I can't get this one out. I need it like a nut driver. Oh, I got it out. Ugh. Ugh. It's not a very good. Nope. My effort of using another threaded one to get it. You really need a nut driver. Okay, let's see if I can pop this out. This is not, this is a little awkward. Now it's stuck underneath here. Oh, okay. What's the I squared C address? 076, so that's not it. Let me just make sure here. It's gonna be backwards, but it's okay. Do I need a pull-up? This one has address on the top. This says 0x20 to 0x3f. What's it set to? I don't know, because it's on the bottom. Guys, I don't like getting people's products. and then pooping all over them. I really don't enjoy it. Oh, this one does not have an adjustable address. Its address is 02X and is it 20 and 3F? What does that even mean? Anyways, there's another module out. Ah, it works. It works. So I had to remove modules until it stopped not working. I put this one in. Oh my God. That one works. Okay. So I could reinstall these, right? Yes. 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 Okay. No, I know it's constructive criticism, but like, can you imagine that you worked really hard on something and then you release it and then some idiot who doesn't even know how to code comes up to you or makes a video and like, why isn't this up top? You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Hopefully my camera doesn't freaking die mid-recording because I'm gonna cry. Okay, live view. Live view. Live view, there we go. And make sure. Oh, hold on. I want to say, actually, I want to check if there's example code for all of these. Because I'm going to say that there's example code for some of them, but that's maybe not true. Maybe there's example code for all of them. So I want to check it out now. Funk Soul Brother, right about now. Okay, so this one for sure. Now, this one. There is okay. There is the BME and the DS3231. I don't think I got those. ADXL. Yeah. To the serial monitor. So I don't know what it means. The documentation is in the comments. There's no documentation. That's not documentation. Volker has done more since. Who's Volker? Is that the person who owns Canaduino? Demo sketch. Okay. No demo sketch for this one. Okay, Does he have a public persona? Because I tried to reach out to him, and I got nothing. No demo sketch for this one. It says download a demo sketch, but no link. That sends the raw current reading. Okay. So not everything. Yeah. DC-DC converter. Documentation is lacking. By the way, let's read this. What does this come? 6 mounting hardwares. Okay, so I didn't read this properly. It says it does come with the mounting hardware. Oh, mounting hardware for at least 50% of the slots. So you got 9 slots. Oh. And 6. So if you wanted to do single units, you would be out of it. Okay. I get it. GPIO status indicator module. I think I didn't do this one. Oh, there's a reverse mount LEDs. Ooh, 2.5 milliamps. That's good. Color sensor. Stemma and Grove. Yeah. Yeah, I think I wanted this one, but it was very expensive. Okay. Oh, Zhao S and there's a Zhao. Oh, I didn't realize that. Whatever. Point is, he'll probably never watch my video anyway. Okay. Oh, come on. Did I shut it off again? God damn it. Zoom in a little bit. All right. So as for code, pretty much any example code that runs over I2C and is specifically for the modules should work, but Canablocks, Canaduino, is it Cana? Yeah. But Canaduino does provide a couple of example pieces of code for their blocks. Now, not for all of them, but for most of them, like the INA current sensor, I saw that it said I could download example code, but it's not there. And what you get is very rudimentary, very basic, so don't expect it to do miracles. But I think you have to kind of deal with the modularity, right? Because it can't be example code for using both the LCD and this LED display at the same time, because the creator doesn't know that you're going to have both at the same time, for example. But I got some code loaded onto here, very basic. Just had to download the library and just had to make sure I had the ESP32C GIO thing installed. And then I just selected the C GIO ESP32C6 and then just uploaded the code as normal. So that was pretty easy. But you'll notice that there's a couple of modules missing, and that's because it doesn't work with all the modules installed. One of these modules just gave me garbled stuff. Now, none of them have the same I2C address, but one of these, when I plug it back in, it messes with the display. So I don't remember which one it was now. Oh, installing this crooked. Okay, not this one, but was it this one? Yeah, there we go. So that garbles the display, and then if I remove this and put power back in, well, my LCD didn't even start last time, so this time that it has some garbled stuff is a little bit different. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. I'm not even quite sure what this means. The silkscreen, it says the I2C is 0x20-0x3F, and does that mean each individual thing has an I2C address? I don't know. I have no idea. The other thing is, like I said, these are very nice and removable and reinstallable, but it doesn't happen fast. You have to go on the back there and you have to unscrew all of the connectors, and then you get this out. Okay, that one was not too bad, but these, when you have a module right next to it, it's kind of hard. This one wasn't too bad, again, because I have this to grab onto, but I believe this matrix was plugged over here, and that is kind of hard to remove. I have to go under here and lever it up, and it grabs the sides. So if I had another module here, which I did originally, this was in here, it's a little difficult to get them in and out. But if you take the time to set up your project, on your board, then this system is very, very good. So you just kind of have to plan out how your project is going to sit, and then it works extremely well. You just need to download the library for the device. I mean, yes, that's kind of what I said, right? But they don't provide any library, any example code for their own stuff, right? And the other thing that's important to know, I'm not recording on the main camera anymore. The other thing that's important to know, I think Dave Jones said this recently, but it's very true. Your product, your physical product, is useless to a teacher without documentation, and the documentation is quite lacking in this project. So yeah. So let's collect my thoughts on my initial thoughts on when you're just messing with it for a little bit here, so we can make a conclusion to the video. Okay, so let's go to the mall today. LibreOffice Writer. Okay, screen. Okay, so here you guys can help me with this. So let's do positives. What did we like about it? We're gonna go a little bigger than that. Let's go like 22. Okay, and negatives. What did we not like about it? So positives. Bullets. Okay. Positives, it's Canadian and small business. It is modular. Secure mounting. Negatives. No kit. No kit. So you gotta piece together your own. Yeah, well constructed. Actually, and it's pretty as well. Looks good. No kit. All piecemeal. Poor documentation. Kind of like hard to, it's just a little bit of a faff. It's like finicky to reconfigure. There's no prices here. That's weird, huh? Like you click this, then there's the price. Oh wait, he's not taking orders. There's no add to cart. Maybe he's maybe he's taking time off for the holidays. I think that's about it. What can we think of? Anything else? Because we need to make some conclusions. To end the stream, or before the end of stream. Hate it when, oh yeah, no instructions. That goes with poor documentation. But I think that you're right that it's a little bit, there's no instructions. That's different. No instructions. And once assembled, it's polished. Feel once assembled. I do wish it was a little bit more like click together, but I think that's about it, right? So we can go back and finish this. So then, what are my thoughts on this? Now, keep in mind, I only have about 2 hours of experience using the system so far. My big thing is there are no instructions. I am a little bit of a overthinker, And so sometimes instructions need to be clearer for people like me, but this one has none. They have none at all. I don't know if these are supposed to go in here or in the modules. I think they make the most sense in the module. You know, my live chat and I sort of discussed it through, and it seems like it's best on the modules. But when it's in the modules, that means that there's uneven amount of feet down here. So you can't really rest the board just anywhere. Let's say if all your modules were on this side, your board would be sitting uneven. So, you know, I guess it'd be nice if it had feet, like specific feet, maybe some stick-on plastic ones or rubber ones or something like that. So the no instructions is kind of a big one for me. But again, this could all be on the way. This is a very, very small team. I believe just one person doing this. The other thing is documentation. So kind of separate to instructions, because this needs like assembly instructions. Not much documentation. So I wasn't sure that I had to order this seed Xiao. It's only after watching Pile of Stuff's video that that it came to attention. There's also no kit. I would really love for there to be sort of like a default configuration, maybe like a starter kit, like the large plate, the Seed Jiao with microcontroller, maybe a couple LEDs and, you know, an LED expansion and an LCD, and maybe then there could be a whole bunch of example code to run through with your new kit, and then you can be sure of what parts are included because you made the kit. So that is just a suggestion. Also, don't like that it's a little finicky to reconfigure. I understand how it's nice and compact, but if you've got a module kind of sitting in the middle of all the other modules, it's hard to take out and put back in. So that's not a problem with me. I'm a tinkerer, but it kind of like removes from the utility of being able to pick any slot if the slots are kind of a pain to move. So you can't think of this as a, oh, I want to try this, you know, plug and go. It's more of a, let's build it in this configuration, then mess with it, and then reconfigure it, and then mess with it. It's kind of like almost like a, you know, appeals to like modeling people or something, model building people, because it's really that mechanical sort of like tear down and put together instead of like a plug-unplug type interface. But now for the positives. Immediately, this is a very polished product. So if you don't mind that, you know, slow reconfiguration, it makes for a hella solid thing. You put this together and you can hand this to a toddler and they won't be able to break it. This is a very solid product with very well thought out spacing, right? There's the double space horizontal and the double space vertical, the small ones, the large ones. The base plates come in different sizes. This is a fantastic ecosystem. Also, the fit and finish is incredible. This kind of fit and finish on the boards is something that I would expect from Unexpected Maker with his ESP32 boards, like the Tiny Pico, but not from a Canadian. Like, I didn't know that Canablock stuff was this nice. This is extremely nice. The attention to detail is definitely there, and the mounting is incredibly secure. That's all really nice stuff. I also love the fact that this whole thing is modular. Sure, it's built off of I2C, which not every component has I2C, but where it doesn't, then there's a chip on the back that makes it I2C. So that is very nice. I mean, at some point you are going to run out of addresses because you only have so many that you can put on a selector. But I think that the creator of this, you know, Arduino, has put quite a bit of thought, and I'm not sure why this one doesn't work with this, but it is what it is. So a lot of thought has been had into that. So is this for everyone? No. In fact, right now, this is early days. So this is really for people like myself, people who are tinkerers, people who want to mess with circuits, don't want to mess with breadboards. You know, someone that just wants to learn hard microcontroller type electronics without messing with electrical or, you know, component level electronics as is. This would be really great for some sort of programming class, which is kind of my plan for it if it meets all my needs. But the documentation is seriously lacking. So if you're wanting to buy a whole bunch of these for your classroom, it's not there yet, or be prepared to make your own documentation. Personally, I love the idea of this thing. I'm happy that I bought it, and you will definitely see it on the channel going forward, especially if I use this in my future video series. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to order your own, I don't have an affiliate link for Arduino, but Pile of Stuff does. So I think it'd be really nice if you do end up ordering some of these, that you use his affiliate link on the screen and in the description right now. Thanks for watching. There we go. I think that's good. I mean, it's not like the end all be all, but it's all right. It's good. I think it's a positive product. It's not for everyone, but it's very nice. I don't know what these holes are. These holes are specified in the footprints, and I don't know what they are for. Don't know. Maybe we'll see that in future blocks. But yeah, there's a crap ton of this stuff. I'm gonna have to put this all in a box with just Canablock stuff. There's so much stuff. All right, let's. I need a Ziploc. Oh wait, it came with a Ziploc. It is definitely a nice product. Just needs some refinement. I think that's the gist of it. It's just, it needs some refinement, needs some polish. Like, I feel like making some sort of pliers that'll pull these things out, but it still won't work because these don't have holes. And there's a lot of little parts too. Oh, did I tell you guys how much I paid for all this? Let me see if I can locate the bill. It was a lot. I got a lot. Don't get me wrong, and I got a deal because it was on sale. $177.80. $177.80 is the grand total I spent on that with the Black Friday sales and everything, and shipping and taxes. So everything was $177.80. So not cheap, but not that bad for made in Canada stuff. Not that bad. If you were to order stuff now, it would be more because I had a sale for Black Friday or something. Yeah, it's really not that bad. There's a lot of hardware, like And I ordered extra hardware because I wasn't sure what it came with. But again, like that was kind of my fault. I should have read better. But yeah, I think no instructions is like rough. But I still don't know, like, is it officially supposed to go on the modules or supposed to go on the base stations and you remove them? I kind of wish the female headers were all installed as well. I need to like make a 3D printed part that goes into the holes and holds the female header in orientation. So then you can just go and solder them all. Ooh, I'm hungry. My wife has a meeting at noon, which is when we usually eat. So I guess we're just not eating until after her meeting. Oh, maybe you guys should see more about what I'm doing. So I'll put all the bag stuff into here. Oh, here's a good question. Will my RP2040 fit on this form factor? Wife's busy, no food. Yeah, we eat together. If it fits, it'll be just. I was trying to get the footprint size of this cutout to make a board, and that would have been my PCBWay video, to make one of these things for this, because essentially that's what I would do. But I think I would do a vertical and use a full size, because for my course, for my whatchamacallit, Jesus Christ, am I dumb? The answer is yes. For my MicroPython series, I'm going to use a regular Raspberry Pi Pico. In fact, I'm going to use one of these Ultimate Picos. But the goal is that everybody either has one of these or has access to them. So that's why I'm going to use that instead of like my proprietary sized Pico Zeros or whatever. So yeah, that's the goal. So since it'll fit on a vertical, so if I do end up using one of these for my course, then that's what I'm gonna do. Put these back in here. I don't even know what I'm making for food today. Probably tacos. Pi Nano. Never even plugged in. You mean Pico? Or am I thinking of something different? There's an RP20 Xiao module that fits in the same footprint. I don't know if the footprints are the same though. The pinouts are the same. definitely a Pi Nano. Well, you've got me curious now. Here, I'm gonna, probably best place to store these would be inside the boards here. All Xiao have the same pinouts. Oh, excellent. There we go. Pop that in there. It looks like a really neat little product, right? Okay, so that's done. I'm gonna put away the mics. Maybe I'll call the stream here as well. Maybe I'll rest my voice a little bit. And I don't have a splitting headache like I did yesterday from taking the meds, which is good. And I definitely did take the meds today. Like so, like so. How much battery is left in here? Don't know. Plug that in. Oh, it's low. Okay, that's good. Good to charge it then. Okay, so yeah, we're going to call the stream here. Appreciate everyone for being here. You guys are the bomb. Yeah, I was talking to myself yesterday. So I will see you guys. I might try to do a stream tomorrow. It depends how like advanced I get in my stuff. Tonight there's my favorite podcast is going late. I don't think I'll be watching late. So yeah, we'll see. Thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate someone to talk to while I work. I appreciate your feedback, and we will catch you all in the next one. Bye.